Hey guys, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Almost turning to morning, midnight. Winter finally started properly in Bangladesh. Very, very chill breeze and all that. It's just like the good times are back. Hopefully you're doing good. I'm in a good mood, so I'll be doing a couple of videos. First one is this one, and this is a Lattafa fragrance, I think, but this is under Asdaaf. I think that's the line or the house or sub brand, and the fragrance called Amir Al Arab or Arab. Okay, so there's another one, I think, which is enlisted in Fragrantica, not this one. That is Amirat Al Arabia or something like that. Okay, that means maybe Princess of Arabia. Okay, so I got this fragrance say a week back or so. I was testing it, and I'll let you know. There are already reviews on this from different reviewers. You can check it out. So this one is getting some hype. Some of our brothers in Bangladesh are buying it because of a very reason that this one is considered to be one of the dupes of La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. I do have La Nuit de l'Homme, and La Nuit de l'Homme I reviewed quite a few clones, and I feel like La Nuit de l'Homme, that exact cardamom and that bergamot, chocolatey notes, a little bit of a tonka or whatever at the base, the spices. It's very difficult to replicate, like exact La Nuit de l'Homme smell I haven't found anywhere, but there are some good ones, especially the one from I think Al Bait Al Dimashqi El Nuit. That is the best La Nuit de l'Homme alternative. There are a few other ones. Okay, so let's look at this one. I'll let you know if it does smell like La Nuit de l'Homme, what I get from it. I have it pre-sprayed on the paper. I tried it on my skin several times. I tried it on paper many times. So I am ready to do this review. So this is an affordable fragrance. I think the price range is under 20-25 bucks tops. So it's Lattafa's affordable line, and it doesn't say Lattafa that much anywhere. It mostly says Asdaaf. Okay, so but I know the main brand is Lattafa. So you'll see this very beautiful sort of like a velvety box, which reminds me of Good Girl, Bad Boy. I think did it have that box? Velvety touch, I don't know. So this part is all velvet, really nice. This part is shiny. It has that holographic sticker, and I think this is where it says Lattafa. Oh yeah, it does say Lattafa here. Okay, and then up there it says Asdaaf, or I don't know if that's the way. EDP concentration. It says Prince of Arabia in English. Okay, so I was right. So Amir Al Arab means Prince of Arabia. Okay, so really nice packaging. I really like this. It's made in Dubai. That's the box. I think it comes in standard only one size. It's 100 ml. Bottle is very, very beautiful. Lovely, lovely bottle. I loved it, but it's kind of like dust magnet. Okay, if even if you keep it clean, it catches dust. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Don't mind that. Is how that. It's a simplistic but very nice premium looking bottle. If you see it for the first time, suddenly you'll feel like very, very premium fragrance feel it gives. Okay, EDP concentration, nice little cap, but it's snug fit, but it's plastic, not much weight to it. Distribution is great, really good distribution. So let's spray this once on the paper again. A couple of sprays, let it settle down. I'll let you know what I get from this. Okay, so from the different days of testing, I did not look at notes breakdown, neither did I see any reviews, just to see if my nose picks up something. Okay, before that, I'd like to say one small comment. It's not really related to this review, but I recently saw a comment like someone says, hey, get to the point straight away. Like I get different kind of comments, every reviewer does, but it said you spent way too much time talking, saying rubbish and stuff. If you find my channel rubbish, man, what's the point of watching, right? You can watch someone who does shorts, 30 seconds reviews. If that's your type, guys, you're most welcome to go. I'm not mad or anything, but this is my channel. I will do things according to my will. Okay, nobody pays for my channel, nobody sponsors me, so at least I have the right, at least I have some manners. Okay, so don't give orders. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, I am independent. I like to be independent. I like to be my own boss. You can do, if you don't like my work, you can start your own channel. I don't mind. Okay, so let's get into this review. I'm sorry I had to address that, because sometimes I do read comments and it really makes me think. So this gets compared to La Nuit de l'Homme, right? When I smell it, I actually was told by the seller that this is somewhat alternative of La Nuit de l'Homme on the dry down. Okay, when I sprayed for the first time on my skin, it reminded me of few fragrances. Okay, but none of them were La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. So that's like a news I'd like to say, bad news perhaps, to break it to you. There's some good news, there's some bad news. Let me tell you the bad news. It does not feel like a clone of La Nuit de l'Homme. Okay, straight up. It smells like a bikillion fragrance, like Straight to Heaven perhaps, or one of those, you know, like darker fragrances. It smells really nice. I will not say this doesn't smell. It smells good, but does not remind me of lanolin. It has that kind of like a citrusy, musky opening, but at the same time, it feels like there's a lot of spices. So these spices, it feels like something like Killian would do, if not straight to heaven, perhaps some of the other ones, like a bit darker one, you know, like a winter heavy kind of fragrance, like this color of the bottle. So it opens up dark, spicy, kind of citrusy and musky. I really like the opening, but as it develops, you know, it does not actually ever, even in the heart, it goes to sometimes like maybe Kenzo Humidity Intense, kind of like a spicy, even not Ganymede, but this kind of DNA or something woody, okay, something good for cold weathers. Doesn't really remind me of Lanvidalum at all. At least till the heart, I still getting like, you can say Pakorabon Phantom perhaps, or something like, you know, one of those fragrances like Karen Herrera Bad Boy, you know, like Gourmand, a little bit of a cacao, you know, this kind of Gourmand DNA that is warm, spicy. It gets warmer, right, on the dry down. The very last base, it reminds me a little bit of Lanvidalum, of that. Perhaps cardamom or something that pops, I don't know exactly, but at no point it reminds me or stands out like as a Lanvidalum clone. So even if you ask, like, is it 30% Lanvidalum? No. Perhaps 20%, like a shadow of that, but it's not a clone of Lanvidalum. Sorry to break you the bad news. If it gets hyped by reviewers that this is a Lanvidalum clone, to my nose, maybe they're different formulation, but I'm not getting anything of Lanvidalum. So now, start with the good things. It is a very good performer. I really like the performance of this stuff on my skin. It does have like 4 to 5 hours of solid presence, then 1 more hour of skin scent. So about 6 hours I got in our condition. You can get more, you can get less depending on your weather condition, but it's not quite a 10 out of 10. But for the price point, it's pretty good performer. Projection is very good for the first hour and 15 minutes or so. Then it's kind of like people come near you, go past you, they can detect it. I cannot detect it after 1.5 hours. But for Lattafa, this is very normal. And then another thing is that warm, cozy, spicy feel. It feels right for winter. The musk and that freshness of that bergamot, little bit. It also offers something like, you can say, it's premium. It's really premium fragrance, and it stands out sort of. It's kind of like not exclusive, but it's not a clone of anything that's mainstream. You can see this fragrance. It can compare it with this Karen Herrera Bad Boy Extreme. This one can be compared to this because this is again like a incensey gourmand cacao fragrance. This one doesn't have incense, has spices. So if you like the description, you can check it out. But mostly, Paco Rabanne Phantom meets Karen Herrera Bad Boy Extreme, or at the very base, like hints of Lanvidalum's spiciness. That's about it. I really like this fragrance, but if you're looking to buy a Lanvidalum clone, this is not it. Okay, definitely check out fragrances. Do not blind buy based on hype. Check a fragrance, get a sample, and then decide if you get that. I found at any stage this one does not remind me of Lanvidalum, but it's a good fragrance to own. It's a nice fragrance to own, a little bit change of pace, and it's kind of like a bold fragrance. So it has upper class vibe. It smells like $50-60 worth. Okay, so Amiral Arab, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 for packaging, pricing, the way it smells. If performance was better, I would give it like 8.5, but 8 is solid for Amiral Arab. Check it out by Lattafa. This is called Asdaaf. Okay, check out the other reviews. Perhaps, you know, you can use other opinions, but I'll tell you one thing. Best test is always your nose. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And in Bangladesh, I think there's a page called what's the fragrance, man, I'm a bit tired from outing. I was very excited. I went out. Perfume Gallery BD. Okay, so you can check from them. They are offering it at the best price. Take care. Let's move on to the next review. Take care. Bye bye.